Have you ever felt the quiet nudge of the universe, subtle but insistent, that something pivotal is unfolding in your life? A moment when your surroundings seem ordinary, yet there is a signal threading through the chaos of daily existence, urging you to notice, to act, to awaken. Most people move through life blind to these whispers, believing that destiny is random, that the flow of events is beyond influence. But what if the universe is constantly communicating, leaving breadcrumbs of profound insight? What if these signs are not coincidence, but coded messages, waiting for you to decipher them before the opportunity slips away? Tonight, we will reveal how to recognize these signals, how to discern the hidden patterns that can change everything. The knowledge I'm about to share is ancient, yet always present, and it will illuminate a path few ever notice. Life is never as simple as the linear progression we are taught to accept. It is a vast, intricate tapestry woven from forces we rarely perceive, a network of hidden currents that flow beneath the surface of what we call reality. The world you experience, the people you meet, the circumstances that appear, the thoughts that rise unbidden, are all expressions of these underlying energies. They move silently, shaping outcomes before your conscious mind even registers their influence. It is in this invisible web that the true nature of life is revealed. Those who cannot sense these currents stumble through existence as if blindfolded, believing themselves subject to chance or the whims of fate. But in truth, life is never random. Every event, every encounter, every moment carries meaning, though the interpretation often requires subtlety, patience, and presence. Consider how some experiences seem too precise to be accidental. A stranger who appears at the perfect moment, a phrase overheard that shifts your understanding, a pattern repeating until it cannot be ignored. These are not coincidences. They are the universe communicating in a language beyond words, speaking directly to the part of you that is awake, that perceives the hidden architecture of existence. Time itself becomes fluid when you begin to observe these currents. What feels like a delay or a setback may in fact be an intricate alignment orchestrating events in your favor. What feels like chance may be a reflection of your inner state mirrored back by the universe. Understanding these currents requires more than passive observation. It demands attunement to subtle signals, emotional nudges, flashes of insight, shifts in energy that ripple through your body before your mind has a chance to articulate them. The currents move in patterns that are both intimate and cosmic, affecting the flow of your personal life while simultaneously echoing universal rhythms. You may notice, for instance, that certain opportunities arise after periods of stillness, or that challenges repeat until lessons embedded within them are fully recognized. These hidden flows are rarely obvious, yet once you begin to perceive them, a new layer of reality unfolds, one in which events are not merely happening to you, but are responding to the depth of your awareness, your attention, and your choice. The hidden currents are not deterministic. They do not dictate your life in a mechanical way. Instead, they are intelligent, responsive, and dynamic, reflecting back the consciousness that engages with them. A single act of awareness, observing a pattern, following an intuition, honoring a fleeting impression, can shift the trajectory of a day, a relationship, or even a lifetime. This is why cultivating the capacity to sense these flows is so crucial. It transforms life from a series of random occurrences into a guided journey where your participation, however subtle, matters profoundly. Those who learn to navigate these currents discover an astonishing truth: that reality is far more pliable than commonly believed, that choice and intention resonate through the hidden layers of the world, and that the universe is not a distant observer, but an active participant waiting for your recognition. As you move through your days, notice the seemingly small details, the pauses between conversations, the impressions that linger after a dream, the moments when something in your environment feels charged with meaning. These are all expressions of the hidden currents at work. They do not shout, they whisper. They do not coerce, they invite. And for those willing to listen, to observe without judgment, and to act with mindfulness, they offer guidance that is precise, subtle, and transformative. The currents are infinite, interwoven, and alive, carrying a message that extends beyond your immediate comprehension. That life, at its core, is a dialogue between consciousness and the world, between choice and destiny, between the seen and the unseen. And when you attune yourself to these flows, when you learn to move with them rather than against them, you begin to operate in a dimension of awareness where possibility is limitless and where the ordinary is revealed to be profoundly extraordinary. What if the universe is speaking to you right now, not through thunder or spectacle, but through subtle, almost imperceptible nudges that you are trained to overlook? The signs it sends are rarely dramatic. They are quiet, layered, and precise. They appear in the rhythm of your life, in coincidences that feel too deliberate to be random, in moments of déjà vu that leave a lingering impression of significance. Many dismiss these experiences as chance or imagination, yet they are the threads of guidance woven into the fabric of your existence. They demand attention because they are not mere suggestions. They are invitations to step into alignment with forces far larger than the self, to awaken to the hidden intelligence that orchestrates reality. The first sign often arrives in a form that seems simple but carries profound weight. It might manifest as a sudden awareness, an emotional resonance that lingers and refuses to be ignored. Perhaps it is a phrase you hear from a stranger that unexpectedly shifts your perception, or a fleeting intuition that draws your attention to something previously unseen. At first, it may seem insignificant, like a ripple on the surface of a vast ocean. Yet beneath that subtle movement lies a current capable of redirecting the course of your life if heeded. This is the initial whisper, the universe testing your perception, gauging your readiness to listen and act. The second sign is repetition. It surfaces as patterns that persist in your reality, as if the universe is speaking in echoes, ensuring that its message is received. A sequence of events may recur, a set of circumstances may mirror itself across different contexts, or a person may reappear in your life under circumstances that feel orchestrated rather than coincidental. These repetitions are rarely random. They are the universe's method of drawing your awareness to something essential. Ignoring them creates stagnation, prolonging your journey until the lesson embedded in the repetition can no longer be overlooked. They are signals that demand discernment and reflection, that invite you to recognize the alignment between your inner state and the external world. The third sign is transformative in nature, often arriving as a moment of confrontation. It may be an unexpected choice, an encounter, or a realization that compels you to act. This sign tests your courage, your willingness to step into uncertainty, and your readiness to trust the unseen currents that guide your path. Hesitation at this stage carries consequences, not punishment, but the natural closing of doors that could have led to growth, insight, and expanded opportunity. Conversely, responding to this transformative sign opens a pathway into deeper alignment, a chance to co-create reality rather than simply navigate it passively. It is here that the whispers, the echoes, and the patterns converge, offering clarity to those attuned enough to perceive it. The signs may take many forms beyond these three. Dreams that feel vividly alive, recurring symbols in daily life, sudden insights that arrive without logical explanation, feelings of resonance or discomfort in response to certain events. All of these are the language of the unseen. The universe rarely demands, it invites. Yet this invitation is urgent because it is intimately tied to your growth, to the unfolding of your destiny. Responding does not require complete understanding, only awareness and willingness to act. Those who are attuned recognize these moments as sacred thresholds, points where choice and possibility intersect in ways that can redefine the trajectory of their life. The most important aspect of noticing these signs is presence. You must train yourself to observe without judgment, to feel without resistance, to interpret without the bias of expectation. Awareness alone transforms the ordinary into revelation. The universe communicates through patterns, resonances, and reflections, and it waits patiently for your attention. Each sign carries a message encoded in the subtleties of your own experience, revealing truths about your path, your potential, and the unseen architecture of existence. Heeding these signs allows you to step into a rhythm where reality is no longer a series of random events, but a conversation in which your consciousness participates, guiding outcomes, shaping experiences, and moving through life with clarity, trust, and power. And in this recognition lies the ultimate awakening. that life is alive with intention, that the currents of reality respond to perception, and that the universe is always conspiring to bring you into alignment with the highest expression of your own being. The signs are everywhere, but only those who see them, those who feel them deeply, and those who act upon them are able to truly step into the flow of destiny that has been quietly waiting for their attention. The universe communicates constantly, but most of us are deaf to its subtle language. The signs you have noticed, the synchronicities, the fleeting intuitions, the recurring patterns, they are not anomalies or coincidences. They are the fabric of a hidden intelligence, a vast, intricate web of meaning interwoven through every experience. At its core, reality is not merely a sequence of events. It is a responsive system, a living dialogue between consciousness and existence itself. When you begin to see this, you realize that the universe is not separate from you. It is an extension of your awareness, a reflection of your intentions, your energy, and your willingness to perceive. Each sign is a coded message, carrying insight about your life, your purpose, and the deeper patterns that shape your experiences. The first sign often comes as a resonance, a feeling that something is aligned or misaligned, a sense of recognition or unease. It is subtle, yet undeniable, tugging at your attention, inviting you to notice the connections between your inner world and the outer world. The second emerges as repetition, an echo of the first message urging you to look closer, to discern the pattern that is forming. The third is transformative, a confrontation with choice, an opportunity to act in alignment with the intelligence that has been guiding you all along. These signs are not random. They are deliberate, orchestrated, and precise, demanding engagement if you wish to co-create your reality rather than drift through it unconsciously. To respond to these signals requires awareness, trust, and courage. Awareness allows you to perceive the threads that others overlook, to recognize the currents moving beneath the surface of daily life. Trust enables you to act on what is unseen, to follow guidance that is not yet explained, and to embrace uncertainty with confidence. Courage gives you the strength to step through thresholds that may feel risky or unfamiliar, understanding that the universe will always respond to deliberate intention. When you align with this intelligence, your actions ripple through reality, transforming circumstances, relationships, and possibilities. Each decision, no matter how small, resonates through the hidden architecture of life, generating outcomes that reflect both your perception and your alignment with these currents. The metaphysical truth at the heart of this process is simple yet profound. Reality is not fixed. It is a living, responsive field shaped by awareness, intention, and action. Every moment carries the potential to shift your trajectory if you are attuned to the signals guiding you. Life is not about passive survival or random fortune. It is about participation, conscious engagement, and recognition that the unseen is always shaping the seen. Those who understand this discover a remarkable power, the ability to move through the world with intentionality, to notice patterns where others see chaos, and to respond to life with insight, precision, and presence. This truth also carries a warning. Ignoring these signs is not harmless. To dismiss them is to remain trapped in unconscious cycles, repeating lessons that life is eager to teach you, moving through the same patterns without ever accessing the deeper intelligence that underlies them. Each ignored signal is an opportunity lost, a door left unopened, a resonance untapped. The universe does not punish, but it mirrors back the choices of those who do not heed its messages. Conversely, when you listen, when you discern the threads connecting your inner world to the outer, when you act with awareness, a remarkable transformation occurs. Opportunities that once seemed invisible become clear. Paths that were hidden reveal themselves. Life begins to unfold in alignment with a rhythm that feels not only magical but inevitable, as though you are moving with the pulse of reality itself. And here lies the deepest insight. You are not merely an observer of life. You are a participant in its orchestration. The signs, the patterns, the repeated echoes, and the resonant moments are not separate from you. They are invitations to awaken to your own role as a co-creator of your reality. Reality bends in response to perception, thought, and intention. The intelligence of the universe is alive, present, and responsive, and it is waiting for you to recognize it, to act, and to step fully into alignment. Once you do, You begin to move not just through life, but with it, in harmony with a hidden order that has always existed and always will. You may not realize it yet, but these signs, the subtle nudges, the repeated patterns, the moments of uncanny clarity, are meant for you personally. They are not abstract messages floating in some distant cosmic void. They are intimately woven into your life, reflecting back truths about who you are, what you desire, and the possibilities waiting for you to claim them. There is a part of you, often quiet, sometimes almost hidden beneath layers of distraction or doubt, that already senses this. It is the part that knows when something is aligned, that recognizes when a moment is meaningful, even if your mind cannot yet articulate why. That inner awareness is the compass, and these signs are the markers pointing the way. Think of the moments you have brushed off a feeling, ignored a thought, or dismissed a fleeting intuition. Perhaps it was a conversation that lingered in your mind long after it ended, a dream that seemed vivid yet intangible, or a situation that left you unsettled for no clear reason. Those were signals too, reaching out to the part of you capable of understanding them. You have experienced the gentle tug of guidance and the frustration or discomfort of ignoring it. But these experiences are not failures. They are reminders, invitations to notice yourself, to recognize your inner landscape, and to step more fully into the awareness that life is constantly offering. The universe speaks to you not just in events, but in reflection. People, circumstances, even recurring thoughts act as mirrors, showing you patterns you may not yet recognize consciously. When someone enters your life and triggers an unexpected reaction, pay attention. When a situation repeats itself despite your efforts to move forward, observe what it reveals about your own choices or perceptions. These moments are not coincidences, they are deeply personal messages. They reveal what you value, what you resist, and what you are ready to embrace. Seeing yourself in these signals means acknowledging both the comfort and the discomfort, the clarity and the confusion, and understanding that every nuance carries meaning for your growth. To truly connect with the signals requires presence, patience, and compassion. Presence allows you to notice the subtle whispers that are often drowned out by noise, habit, or fear. Patience gives you the capacity to observe without forcing interpretation or judgment, to allow meaning to emerge naturally rather than demand it prematurely. Compassion invites you to approach the signs not as criticism, but as guidance, a reflection of your potential, rather than a commentary on your shortcomings. In this way, the messages of the universe become deeply personal tools, guiding you toward alignment, clarity, and awakening. There is a profound intimacy in recognizing yourself in the signals. It is a moment when you feel truly seen, not by others, but by life itself. The universe is responding to your attention, your awareness, and your willingness to engage. In these moments, you realize that guidance has always been present, that the threads connecting you to purpose, insight, and transformation have never been broken. The signals are invitations to step into a deeper dialogue with your own consciousness, to acknowledge the subtle interplay between inner perception and outer reality, and to embrace the role you play as both observer and participant in the orchestration of your life. And so, as you notice these patterns, as you feel the resonance of experiences that mirror your inner state, understand this. The universe is not distant, indifferent, or random. It is alive, responsive, and intimately connected to you. Every sign is a conversation, every repeated pattern a reflection, and every intuition a thread of guidance. To see yourself in these signs is to awaken to the truth that you are an active participant in your own destiny, that your life is a dialogue with a living, intelligent universe, and that the awareness to perceive these signals is itself the first step towards stepping fully into alignment with the extraordinary potential that has always been within you. The universe does not require you to understand it fully. It does not demand belief, nor does it judge hesitation. It simply waits, responding to the level of attention and awareness you bring. To step into the flow is to enter a dialogue with reality itself, to allow your consciousness to interact with the currents of life that have been quietly shaping your existence all along. It is not a dramatic act, nor is it an event that needs fanfare. It is a subtle, profound alignment with the unseen forces that respond when your awareness meets intention. Begin by noticing the signals. Observe the moments that feel charged with meaning, the thoughts that surface unexpectedly, the dreams that linger after sleep, the coincidences that seem too precise to be random. These are the invitations. To step into the flow is not merely to recognize them, but to act upon them. Action does not require perfection or certainty. It requires presence, courage, and a willingness to move with what feels true in the moment. Even a small choice made with full attention reverberates through the hidden architecture of life, altering outcomes and opening doors that were invisible before. Flow is not a state of passive surrender. It is an active engagement with the intelligence behind reality. It is a conscious participation in the dance of existence. When you respond to a sign, you are not simply reacting, you are co-creating. Your awareness amplifies the resonance of the currents, allowing your intention to meet the pattern already emerging in the universe. It is in this meeting of perception and alignment that transformation occurs. Opportunities appear that were once hidden, challenges shift to lessons you can embrace, and your sense of possibility expands beyond the limits you previously accepted. Stepping into the flow requires trust. Trust in yourself, trust in your intuition, and trust in the responsiveness of life. It is easy to hesitate, to question whether a sign is real or significant, to doubt your own perception. Yet each moment of hesitation is also an opportunity to deepen your awareness, to learn to distinguish between fear and insight, resistance and guidance. The more you cultivate this trust, the more fluidly you move with the currents, recognizing patterns earlier, responding more precisely, and opening yourself to experiences that feel synchronistic, magical, and profoundly aligned. The flow is not linear, nor is it predictable. It will challenge you, confront you with uncertainty, and sometimes push you into moments that feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar. These are not obstacles, they are thresholds. They are the points at which the universe asks whether you are willing to act, to trust, and to participate in your own evolution. When you respond to these thresholds, life begins to reveal a rhythm that was previously imperceptible. The ordinary becomes extraordinary. The hidden currents become visible in their subtle guidance, and you begin to realize that your life has always been orchestrated by forces that respond to consciousness, perception, and intention, waiting for you to engage with them fully. To step into the flow is also to honor the small signals as much as the obvious ones. It is in the quiet choices, the willingness to follow intuition, the courage to act on a subtle feeling, the attention paid to repeating patterns, that your alignment grows strongest. The universe responds not to grand gestures alone, but to the consistent, mindful engagement of awareness and intention. And in doing so, you move from passivity into participation, from observation into creation, from mere existence into a life that feels profoundly alive, guided, and connected. Ultimately, stepping into the flow is an invitation to live intentionally, to respond with awareness, and to recognize that the currents of reality are always moving, always communicating, and always waiting for your conscious participation. By engaging with these currents, you align not just with events or circumstances, but with the very intelligence of life itself. You awaken to the reality that the universe is not distant, indifferent, or fixed. It is responsive, alive, and profoundly attentive to the choices, perceptions, and awareness you bring. In this alignment, you find freedom, clarity, and the extraordinary capacity to move through life with purpose, resonance, and power. And now, as you sit with the awareness of these signs, patterns, and subtle currents, understand that life is never silent. The universe is always speaking, though rarely in the language we expect. Its messages arrive as whispers, reflections, coincidences, and fleeting intuitions. They are unassuming, yet they carry a weight far beyond the surface of comprehension. The very fabric of reality is alive, vibrating with intelligence, waiting for you to notice, to respond, and to step into alignment. Each signal you encounter is a point of connection, a doorway into a deeper understanding of yourself and of the world around you. What you have witnessed through this journey is not merely a concept or philosophy, it is a living truth. The threads that link your consciousness to the unseen currents are never broken. They flow through every choice, every perception, and every moment of attention. The universe does not demand that you act perfectly, only that you engage with presence and awareness. Even hesitation is part of the rhythm, part of the learning, part of the unfolding. Every encounter, every reflection, every repeated pattern is an opportunity to recognize the unseen intelligence that surrounds and informs you. It is a conversation, ongoing and infinite, between your awareness and the hidden currents of reality. The unspoken circle is the understanding that life and the universe are in continuous dialogue. The signs you have learned to see, the patterns you have trained yourself to recognize, and the moments you have chosen to act upon are all part of this circle. They are invitations to awaken, to notice, and to step into the flow that responds to your consciousness. There is no beginning and no end, only movement, rhythm, and resonance. Life is a sacred dance, and you are both participant and observer, actor and witness, student and teacher. The signals are the rhythm, your awareness is the music, and your choices create the dance itself. What makes this circle profound is its intimacy. The universe is not distant, it is not abstract, it is deeply personal, reflecting your consciousness, echoing your readiness, and responding to your engagement. To recognize this is to awaken to the truth that life is not something that happens to you. It is something you participate in, moment by moment, in dialogue with forces that are alive, intelligent, and deeply attuned to your presence. The signals, whispers, and echoes you encounter are not outside of you. They are within you, guiding you toward alignment, insight, and transformation. And so, as this journey draws to its quiet close, carry this with you. The universe is always moving, always communicating, and always waiting for your attention. There is a rhythm to existence, a pulse beneath the surface of reality that mirrors the depth of your awareness. When you act on the signs, when you perceive the patterns, and when you align with the currents that have always surrounded you, you step into a life that is richer, more vibrant, and more extraordinary than you ever imagined. The circle remains unbroken, infinite and unspoken, carrying a truth too vast for words, that reality itself listens, responds, and moves with you. That life is not random, that destiny is not fixed, and that the intelligence of the universe is not separate from your own. And in this understanding, in this deep, quiet knowing, you awaken. You awaken to the flow, to the signs, to the currents, and to the infinite, ever-present conversation that is your life. And your life is, in turn, a reflection of the universe awakening through you.